Hello, my pretties. It is Thursday. Time to get my mime time started. As you can see by the swatches, it is from the Lurella mystery box that I got from December. We got the Scandal palette. We got a mascara, liquid lipstick, the diamond shadow that was missing from my original box and they replaced it, and the matte setting spray. Just trying to set up things here. You know, everything else is, you know, about the same. So let's get into her. Oh, I found a workaround for that Mented foundation. Can't do anything about the color because that is the latest color. But I always feel like there's not enough coverage here because I can always see my texture and the open pores. What I found is the R.e.m. Beauty, what is this called? Concealer. I just put that on. That blurs everything. And like, it is pretty opaque. So I go in with this before I put it on the foundation and it's perfect. This is when all right, now good. That's it. Now I go on to the eyes. We're gonna set this with this. I've always wanted to do a red eye, so we're gonna start with this on this eye. Put a lot on there. Always wanted to do a red eye. I haven't been able to ever find like a red that's gonna turn out red on my skin and not pink, you know. I want a whole red R.e.m. kind of situation. Definitely gonna have to clean up. Well, that's red. Just want to pack a little bit more down here. That is the main focus. And I'm just gonna take some of this burgundy color to deepen up. So what have you guys been up to? Let's see. Oh, I had my appointment with the orthopedic. Let me tell you, he wasn't so, like, he was fast. I think my appointment was all of 5 minutes with him, but he wasn't nice. And he wasn't, like, he knows his stuff. I'll give you that. But his bedside manner needs working on. My hands are not better. But within that 5 minutes, he was like, "Oh, it's a pinched nerve in your elbow." He didn't explain anything to me. I had to do research on my own. And we always tell patients not to go on WebMD, because WebMD always goes back to you have cancer. But that is where I went to go get my information, because he didn't explain anything. But it is an ulnar nerve, which runs from your neck through your shoulder all the way down your arms to your hands. So can be, and you know, can cause pain all throughout, which I do have, and it causes weakness in your hands, your fine motor skills. And he said usually these two fingers just curl up on me. He said they normally tingle. They just, once I start using them, these just curl down, and these two I have no sensation. Okay, for this eye, we're done with it. We're done with this for now. I want to go gray, because I'm gonna try to pack that on the brush as much as possible, because in the swatches the gray was not the best. So anyway, anywho, even the nurse wasn't so pleasant. She was like, explain what's going on. I was like, weakness, tingling in my hand, top of my hand, and my wrist. And I went to say, you know, whenever my elbow or my shoulder pop, and she's like, no, we're not talking about that. We're only talking about your hands. But it has to do with my hands. You know, when either of those two pop, one, it's really loud. Two, it is kind of like my arm is dead. It's all tingly, like it's tingly in one spot, tight in the other, but then I like can't move it. And then my fingers swell up. I am not a doctor, so I can't explain it. Go here. in the black because I need to test that. We're just going really light. But yeah, she was like, we're not talking about that. Okay. But when he said I have a pinched nerve in my elbow, well, now the popping in my elbow makes sense since it's all connected. I look like a raccoon right now. Okay, let's clean this up because I don't like it. So he was less like, you know, to confirm it, you need to get a bilateral EMG. And that's scheduled in 2 weeks. You guys are probably saying, hey, you just put that concealer on, you're now wiping it off. It's okay. It's a really dry concealer. I can put more on. Matter of fact, let me go back in and fix that. And so I was like, okay, all right, EMG, fine. I've never had one done. But if that's what we gotta do, we gotta do. I'm fine with that. And I said, is there anything I can do to help? Like to reduce the weakness or the pain, swelling that I get. And he's like, no, as he goes out the door. Like you can't tell me ibuprofen. And I'm just like, should I get one of those compression thingies? You know, should I? He's like, no, and out the door. That's it. So yeah, not quite stoked about his bedside manner, and I wish he explained things more. You know, I am in the medical field. I am not an orthopedic by any means, but you should have explained things. And yesterday my shoulder was hurting so bad. Like my elbow popped and my shoulder hurt so much. Like I wanted to cry. Like we're gonna go with some dirty laundry. Because it's dark and it's smoky. And I love a dark and smoky. I like that. Yeah, so now I gotta wait until the 7th for the EMG. From which I was like, hey, is anyone off? And so I got an initial response back of no one's off. So Monday I went in, I put in for that day, and my boss, she likes to wait. Like, she likes for you to sweat it out. And she's been constantly saying how she's been getting multiple requests, and if someone else is already off, she's got to deny it, right? But say I put it on Monday. Well, I'm not going to get a response back until like the Wednesday before, which is not fair. So I had to reach out to her and be like, hey, I have an appointment coming up that if I don't show up to this appointment, I need to know, because I have a subsequent appointment after that, which relies on the appointment before. I was just like, and if I don't show up for the appointment, it's a $250 fee for not showing. I was like, so I need to know now if I am approved or denied. I am approved. And I was like, thank God. Okay. So now I can, like, you know, try to, well, I can't do anything about the pain and the weakness, but I now know I can, like, move on to the next step. But I hope, oh, and in my reading on WebMD, it says physical therapy and taking like anti-inflammatories, but I don't like taking medication. Okay, like I take my cholesterol medication because I have to. I don't like it, but I have to. And I have omeprazole for the gastritis, which is pretty much taking care of itself, and for any reflux. But for me, look, I'd rather just not eat the foods that cause the issue, right? So like, I cut out pepperoni, really acidy sauces. Sometimes peppers and onions do it. So like, I cut out some stuff so that I don't have to take it. And that is easier than me taking the medication. It's okay. And also with NSAIDs, you know, anti-inflammatory, there's only so much you can take. Only so much before your kidneys and your liver start being affected by taking it. And that's a whole mess of issues no one wants. I really love this foundation. I wish it was a bit lighter, or it was a bit darker. One of the two. But I really like it. Like, it never gives me this greasy oiliness at the end of the day. I'm gonna go in some Clinique. So yeah, I'm stuck now, just waiting. And do you know how frustrating it is to not be able to do things with my hands? Like, as I'm doing my makeup, my hands hurt. Left more than my right, because my left is my dominant hand. So I am definitely doing more with my left than my right. But, you know, at work I've got to shake out my hand because it hurts. I'm rubbing my hands because it hurts. Last week before I went to the doctor, I had to put the paper away. I could only carry 2 reams of paper at a time, and in my right hand, because I could not grip it with this hand. It just slid right out. And not to mention the pain afterwards. And once I start using my hand and I overuse it, well, then it starts shaking, and I think I've got Parkinson's, you know. Then when I come home, I want to cook. And cooking is difficult as well. Because like, I can't even cut into a pepper. It hurts too much to cut into a pepper. My husband was watching me the other day. I was struggling. And he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He was like, "You're not fine. I see you." I'm like, no, I'm fine. Okay. With the dark side. And he's like, "You're not fine. Are you having a hard time?" And I'm like, "Well, yes." Because my hands. I'm like, I got the first pepper, but no matter how hard I am squeezing the knife and trying to push down, it's just not going. Just not going. And so he was like, just walk away. I'll take care of it. And while, yes, I appreciate you helping me, but I shouldn't have to need help to cut a fucking pepper. Okay, it's just a pepper. But who am, like, I know I'm having issues and I know it's not my fault, but I still don't like it. And we're gonna go with my cosmetics. And at 44, I shouldn't be having these issues. Shouldn't be having these issues at all. I really love this blush. I went a little ham on the side. Oh, it's okay. I'll fix it. And like, I can't open up plastic packages. It's just my tumbler that I usually have, my my favorite tumbler has skulls all over it. I think it's like a 30, 40 ounce. Well, a nail can't, while it's full, I can't pick it up with this hand. I can't hold it with this hand. You know, so while at work, I've got to slide it across the desk. Which sucks. It sucks so much. When you want to do something and your body tells you no. But as a mom, a wife, an employee, I can't stop. I can't stop. Oh shit. Not doing my jobs. Just gotta bear through it. Again, not fair, but that's what I gotta do. So yes, I appreciate his help. It's just I'm frustrated at myself that I can't do it. And I always have been a person that's been like, don't tell me I can't do something, because I'm gonna just go back and show you that I can. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like it at all. And people at work are like, why don't you just say something? Why don't you just say you need some help? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that either. At home, I'm not gonna ask for help, even though he knows I need it. But definitely at work, no. Because you're gonna see me as weak. And that doesn't work for me either. Okay, we're gonna take, actually no, we're not gonna take this one. We're gonna take this one. And we're gonna put this one right down here. And we're just gonna go back in with the gray here, because I don't have anything close enough to match the smokiness over here. Okay, for the brow, we're gonna go with this extra light one down here. We're gonna take the diamond shadow in Baby Girl and poop it, poop it. And we're just gonna take what's on the lid because that's enough. This reminds me of like ColourPop's Jelly Much shadow. I mean, that's intense. I've actually used this setting spray earlier in the week, so I can tell you I like it. This does spray you down matte, and it stays. Like, there's barely anything on my mask. And there's no like scent or whatever to make me cough and choke. It's kind of like a light baby powder scent that I get. We're gonna go in this color. But it does set really nicely. If I were to put in an order for Lurella, I would definitely buy a backup of that setting spray because it's a light mist, but it does the job. That's dry. Like, it's dried down already. Let's do this mascara. I did try this mascara earlier in the week, and it's not my cup of tea. This isn't volumizing. This isn't filling anything. It's just coating my lashes. That's it. So would this be another purchase for me? No. I'm using it strictly to show you. Like, you know, with mascara, you know what you like. I like a big fluffy lash without a false lash because I don't do false lashes. And the thought of ripping out my own lashes just to put false ones on makes no sense. I mean, it doesn't get spider leggy, which is nice, but it's not giving me, oh. It's just, it's all right. Just all right. It's not anything to call home about. Let me finish my hair, which I don't have a brush up here. It's okay. It's just gonna, it's going into a ponytail anyway today. Today is a, that's it. Okay, what do you think? I wanted to test out the Lurella eyeshadow. I got a Lurella eyeshadow palette in my AIA box, and after that, because I was completely surprised by how well it was, I wanted to try another. And this one doesn't disappoint either. I love the gray because I'm a dark and smoky kind of girl. And I like the red because it actually looks red. There are some neutrals in that palette in case, you know, these things scare you. But it is cheap and it works very, very well. The setting spray is a yes. That mascara is a no. It just doesn't do enough for me. And the lips are completely dry. Got nothing on the finger. But my lips look hella dry. Hella dry. But we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Okay. But I like it. I like it a lot. I'm kind of feeling demented Harley Quinn. Without the smudge, okay? With that, have a good day, and I will see you in the next one.